David Davis
David.
on the air. Part two. Part two. We were so long-winded about our picks. Well, mostly our college picks. But then we got a little long-winded about our pro picks. So here's part two for what is this, week 6 of the NFL?
Aye, it is, lad.
Losing
Yeah,
track.
we were long-winded
Losing
there.
track with all the penalty flags that have been thrown in the games I've been watching. I'm blinded by yellow.
Yeah, it's
Ridiculous.
you know, we love the sport and everything, but it's
Yeah,
becoming a
they're
super
ruining it.
issue in the NFL where, everything comes back and these defensive backs cannot defend. Um, some of them go our way, but uh,
Hope
let's play
so.
football. Football is not a perfect sport. There's got to be contact, whether that be at the line. You can't tell me in all these blocking schemes, that occasionally your arm is going to go up into the guy's face mask. I mean, whether you leave it there or drive it, but you know, yeah, the state of the refereeing is
Oh, it's awful in
I don't
college
know, it's
too, but
monotonous.
it's really bad in the pros.
Yeah, it just seems college there's a lot
I mean,
more
the Jet game
legal.
against the Cowboys last week, absolutely unwatchable game. Not,
Yeah,
you know, partly due to the fact that the Jets are so bad, but a lot
the
of penalties on the
penalties.
Cowboys in that game too, and they're a highly penalized team, but nobody's penalized like the Jets. They're just incredible, and it's every other play, and
Yes.
if they get a good play on defense, there's a flag somewhere negating it. If there's a halfway decent play on offense, which is seldom, there's probably a flag on the ground because they just team just gets penalized, and it's the nature of the game and in the pro game that just I don't know. It's just they're flagging them for everything, and you can't
Yeah.
touch the guy trying to play pass defense. Uh,
Difficult to watch.
that's why some teams don't even try to run the ball at all. What's the point? It's too much work for not enough reward. Okay, too much work, not enough reward. Might as well throw it on every down because you're probably going to get rewarded with a flag. You just got to hope you don't get a couple of holding penalties, which will screw up your draft. As long as you can stay away from holding, you probably score. I mean, every time. All right, we had a couple. Now that we've ended, we got a little venting.
Yes.
We wouldn't have been able to do, and then it's just a regular little short
Well,
chat.
we got a little time to vent, go over our last two picks each, and then we'll hit a little MLB, and then we'll talk the horses. The horses are coming up at Del Mar.
Okay. 7 Oktoberfest. What can I get for you?
Oktoberfest. I'm on board there, Alex. I'm on board.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to talk horses at all. I don't know anything about them. So I'm gonna talk the last couple of football games here. Am I up? I guess I'm up. All right, my first
You're
one
up,
is
lad.
I'm not getting this game. We talked about this earlier. I'm not understanding why Seattle is favored over Jacksonville. And it scares me a little bit because, why Jacksonville wouldn't be getting a little attention and a little respect for having beaten Kansas City the other night. What do they think that was some sort of a gift or something? I don't think so. And I don't see Seattle necessarily being able to beat Kansas City at home. If they did, I'll take Trevor Lawrence over Sam Darnold any day of the week. So I'm taking Jacksonville plus 1.5 against Seattle. That one's
Boy, they're crowning,
something was
the
wrong there.
comeback kids, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones. They're all of a sudden, the elite now and ready to lead their teams. We saw what Sam Darnold did last year,
Living on the edge.
and yeah, when he, they came for turn to head for home, he faded. Um, yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I'm with you 100% on that. That's one of my picks as well. I'm going
Oh,
back to back.
okay.
They're back to the well with the Jags.
So you got Jack.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, great defense, and they're at home again. Correct? Yes, they are. Seattle,
Yeah, they're
long way
home dog.
away.
Seattle's favored in this game.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
The Jackson
I don't see
D
Seattle being
is what's keeping them in these games,
They must know
their
something I don't know.
defense. Yeah. I'm with you on that one. So you're going to have to um, join me when we eat the
I'm gonna
pizza.
have to
When
take a
we
guess.
win, should I call you when I win?
You should call me when you win. Yes, you should. We can revel in our victory against Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, it was all right. Then who do you got for your final?
Last,
La final.
the finale. My finale. It's hard. And again, hard to find 5 games in the NFL this week.
Oh,
But I settled on this game. Atlanta at home, getting the 4.5. So you see, I have all dogs, and I've got 4 home team dogs. I had 4 out of 5 home team dogs in college as well. This is the week of the home team dog.
I got it. I see a
And
trend.
yeah, there's definitely a trend developing here. I got Atlanta plus 4.5 against Buffalo. I think Buffalo, let's see, a couple of times this year has shown their true colors, that they're not all that great. Certainly didn't look all that great the other night against New England. Atlanta, a little time off, a little rest and relaxation. Come back, home game against an overrated Buffalo team. Hey, I could see Buffalo doing their thing and controlling this game, but going with the dog. Plus 4.5, Atlanta over Buffalo.
And how many
A couple of other
times do
games, so I
we
came up
see?
with this one.
Yeah, no, I know. Me too. I'm glad you went with the Jaguars because I was like, "Oh boy, I don't have to pick a
Let you off
different
the
one."
hook.
Yes, you did. Did. Um, how many times do we see these good teams that can and do lose 2 in a row? And I see that coming off of that loss, and then on the road again, Buffalo. Falcons are a weird team. They look terrible sometimes, but they move the football. They've got a good D. I think they match up well. They got a really active secondary and a really speedy defensive line. So I think they'll be all over Josh Allen. Um, Penix doesn't turn the ball over. I think you got a good shot there. But speaking of good teams losing 2 in a row, like the Chargers have,
Yeah.
and I've backed them, but I don't see them losing 3 in a row. The number scares me a little bit, -4 against the Dolphins. They're going to Miami. I could be setting myself up for a pizza bet later on down the line. But the Finns completely capitulated last week, much to your felicidad. You had Carolina, my saludos. I just can't see Harbaugh's team losing 3 in a row. And I think they're laser focused. They're going a long way. They're traveling down to South Florida. But I think they beat the Dolphins handily this weekend. Uh, if you could get 3.5, get it. But I got Chargers -4.
Yeah. Okay. That gonna do it?
That's going to do it. What do you think about, just off the top of your head, the 49ers going out to Tampa, and that line is
That's a
sneaky
sneaky
small?
one. That's a sneaky one. I just think
Yeah.
nah, I got no call on that game. Honestly,
Yes.
that's such a tough call. I, if I had gun to my head, I'd take San Francisco. Just because Tampa, they just got weaknesses all over the place. I think they've been lucky to win a couple games. Even the game against the team as bad as the Jets, I think they were
Yeah.
fortunate to win that game.
Fortunate is the word.
Yeah, I'm leaning a little bit towards more to again a better defense with San Francisco. They got the big injuries and everything, but still a better defense overall than. Also, I mean that line is so small. They really think that they're trying to tell you something that at least they used to. The old days,
Yeah.
they were telling you something there. Now,
Yeah, no doubt.
okay.
Now, who the knows, And that's what I kind of took this attitude of who the F knows what's going on, a little Russian roulette. All right, well, that finishes up our NFL. Couple of topics.
The other one. Yeah.
What are you ordering there, Dave?
I'm talking to some.
You're talking to that beautiful bartender.
I'm talking to the beautiful and talented Alex. Yes.
If it's not hazy enough, do you want me to spit in it?
Not
Classic.
hazy. Not hazy. That's
The guy who you look the kind of guy who eats a banana for the shape and not the taste. So I figured, well,
and here I was going to say that about you.
we have so much in common. That's why we're friends.
If we need to hit the pause button while you guys are swapping spit, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. She was talking about it, but at least she didn't do it. I don't think so. I'm looking.
Hey, that's okay.
My spit.
It's a beautiful looking beer. Look at that. All the A's,
That's a
B's,
Stone
C's.
from your old stomping ground, San Diego. Stone.
The Mighty 690.
Stone Delicious IPA.
Touchdown, San Diego. All right, brother. Let's turn the corner.
Hey,
yeah, what are you looking at?
All right, I got your Jacksonville. What was your last pro pick? I didn't write it down. Your last
Dodges, the Mighty 690. Touchdown, San Diego.
Yeah.
John Hadel to Lance Allworth.
Right.
Dan Fouts to Kellen Winslow.
I mean, yeah, they last week. I don't know. Maybe their injuries are really catching up to them. So that was weird.
Yeah,
the game they had a little lead there, and then they got smoked. Very weird.
I had him. Dave, let's shoot over to the diamond. You had a good night last night. You had the over. And you just missed on the Brewers Cubs under, and we both had the Yankees. You had the over in the first game, the Seattle Detroit. God, you were already counting your money mid game, and then that damn I had the Brew Crew. Sorry that I had that late run, but that was a tough loss for the under. And then we both had the Yankees, the Yankee game. We both had Toronto, the big dog. Well done. Well, we got a couple games on the slate. Phillies at LA. Sanchez pitching against Glasnow. Any minor vibes?
I think the fucking Dodgers gave the Phillies a little life there last night. So I'm looking at the Phillies. Not in love with them, but I'm fading them. I'm leaning towards them, let's say. And the other game, I think it's Brewers all day.
Freddie.
Cubbies good night.
Yeah, my boy Freddie's on the mound.
Cubbies good.
Peralta always pitches well. I'd like to know his record in Wrigley and the weather in Wrigley.
You want to know what it is?
Yes. You are the man. You're the stat man.
Yeah,
and you always got your
computer is so slow, man, and it's spinning. I don't want to deal with it. It's too much of a pain.
Oh, no worries. I can check that. Freddie. All right, let's look at Freddie.
I looked at it earlier in the season, earlier in the series, and his numbers against the Cubs are like his numbers against the world. This is the guy who's if you look at his career statistics, are the most consistent statistics year in and year out that you will ever see. I doubt you can find another pitcher in the history of baseball where their season's always the same. They win 3 out of 4 games. They have a 3.21 ERA, blah, 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 blah. And that's what he is against the Cubs. He's 9-3 lifetime against them. So, hard to go against that.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's just he's a tough pitcher.
Whoa.
Do I think the Cubs got some life? Not the same way that I think the Phillies got life with their game. Yeah, and I mean they were talking about not starting Peralta tonight. They were talking about doing some sort of mishmash game. And
Whoa, really?
somebody must have talked this asshole into the fact that, hey, dude, no, you got to try to win it right here. And then if you go down, then do your mishmash next game. All right. Or maybe just pitch somebody in turn, somebody who, they're scheduled, they got their rest, and they're ready to go. But I know you would love to win this game with some jerk off pitching and then have Freddie Peralta ready for the first game of the series against most likely the Dodgers, but maybe, the Phillies or something. If the Phillies can win tonight, that's going to screw everything up as far as, what day you pitch and whatnot. So anyway, you got to go with your guy. You got to go with your guy. You didn't sweep him. It's 2-1. Just go out there, throw your ace out there. If he's not good enough, you got to come back in game 5 and do something. But I think he will be good enough. So I think it's the Brewers against the stinking Cubs.
Jason.
The Brew Crew.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? We're talking baseball over here.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Got an expert just walked in.
All right. I know it's tomorrow, but any thoughts on the on game 5? Scooble's got to be pitching tomorrow. That's for sure for Detroit. It looks like Scooble against Kirby. Ooh, what's the total? 4?
It's a good one. It's a tough one.
Yeah. I got the total at 5.5. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I see it. It's a ballpark that's hard to score runs, and anyway, I really can't. Shit, sorry, dude. Couldn't be going this long on this because I'm not going to be able to. Say
Okay.
It.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up then.
right.
Next week we're going to be talking horses. We're going to do a little studying. And Dave down here, the Daver on the beach, loving it. Good to see you, Daver. Let's have another good week.
All right, Dave and Dave signing off. All right,
Part 2. Part 2.
Good man.
Where's Agent 13 when I need him?
Good, right? Yeah, it's not sweet.
All right, just did the thing. I don't know if I hit the right button to save that. This. All right, dude. Yeah, I can't. I gotta get rolling.
Okay. Take it easy.
Gabbing. All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah, it's not saving it. So fuck it.